Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. It has. And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. But when I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. You know, like all the shit that happened to me and all the stress and the mental shit that I go through on a daily basis sometimes. There was a silly joke tip during the break. There was a $2 tip. Listen to this. A $2.03 tip during the break. So here's what happened. During the break, I made a tweet. What I noticed is that Twitter once again updated. And now what Twitter has done is anyone who has a blue verified check mark, that's a real check mark, not the one you paid for with their new Twitter Blue subscription program, but the one you had earned previously by verifying your identity and proving you're a notable individual. I have one, and you know, lots of accounts have this. They changed it to say now, listen to this. This check mark is from the legacy system, and the person may or may not have been, like, of note. It's like, huh? Well, obviously they were of note or they wouldn't have got the verified check mark, right? It's kind of almost like Elon Musk bought Twitter, and he's very resentful of how Twitter used to be. So now he's like, he reworded it, and you're reading it, you're like, that's kind of messed up, actually. Like, a lot of people put a lot of work into getting verified on here, and now you're just going to actually act like it might not even be real. Like, of course it's real, right? It's funny because the other thing, it says, oh, this is a Twitter Blue subscriber. They paid for this. So it's like if you would think someone paid for it is the person who's not notable, not the person who already earned it previously. Personally, I don't care. I don't give a shit. The reason I have the blue check mark was to verify my identity because I had 1 million people impersonating me here on Twitter. That was the only reason that I had it on there. But it just seems to me like you're reading it. It's like, that's kind of like, it talks down to you, right? Almost like, oh, you have the old Twitter check mark, right? Anyway, no, and that's the thing. Here's the joke. This person tipped me $2.03, says, well, this will go towards the new $8 monthly Twitter fee for a blue check mark. Everyone needs to step up. Congrats, Phil. Well deserved. I did not pay for the check mark. If you take a look at my name, you'll see it says right next to it, it's a legacy check mark, okay? Now, for the record, we didn't know that I was going to keep that check mark previously. We didn't know if Elon was going to change the business and delete everyone's old blue check marks or not. So people had asked me months ago, or a little over a month ago, would I pay for the Twitter Blue check mark? And the answer was no. I don't care about the check mark, but if Twitter Blue offered me features that I felt I could use on Twitter, like let's say you could increase the number of characters you could put in a tweet, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as there was something in there that I could benefit, DSP Gaming could benefit as a business, or I could benefit from, then maybe I would do it. But I wasn't going to do it just to have the blue check mark. Like, who gives a shit? Basically, once you pay for the blue check mark is useless. It has no use to it. All you do is pay for something. It's not a big deal, right? So to me, no, I wouldn't just pay for it. But anyway, that person's $2 tip was making a joke, obviously. Oh, Phil has to pay for the check mark. Here's some money to help him. No, I would never pay for the check mark. I appreciate that tip, though, whoever that was, because that was an anonymous tip during the break. And it looks like I received
Who
a
the
25...
hell has time to sit on a stream and watch some asshole dick around, drink, and play video games all day, right?